let's be honest, we're all kind of drowning in text, right? Emails, news feeds, social media. It's just this constant, chaotic stream. But what if we could actually tame that flood of words, turn it into something useful, something we can act on? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into in this explainer. Just think about your day so far. I mean, how many articles, emails, or posts have you already mindlessly scrolled past? It's literally impossible to process it all by yourself. And that feeling, that sense of information overload, it's not just you. It's one of the biggest challenges of our entire digital world. And here's the real kicker. The vast, vast majority of the data we're creating is just, well, it's text. It's messy. It doesn't live in nice, neat spreadsheets. For a computer, trying to understand this is like being handed a massive library where someone's ripped out all the pages and just thrown them on the floor. Total chaos. So this brings us to what experts call the data deluge. We're not just talking about a little rain shower of info. This is a full-on storm. And while there's incredible value hidden in there, it's just so hard to navigate in its raw form. So how on earth do we manage it? Well, meet the hero of our story today, the information extraction pipeline. The best way to think about it is like a high-tech refinery, but for text. It takes in all that raw, messy information and through this amazing automated process, spits out clean, organized, and super valuable data. It's the key to making sense of the chaos. Okay, so now let's pop the hood and look inside this pipeline. We're about to see how it pulls off this incredible feat of turning a total jumble of words into actual, actionable intelligence. You know, the whole journey can really be broken down into a few key stages. First, you've got to collect and clean up the text. Then it gets chopped up into sentences and words. After that, the system starts identifying the key entities. You know, the people, the places, the important things. Next, it figures out how they're all connected. And finally, all that beautifully structured information gets stored so we can actually use it. We're going to walk through the most critical parts of this process right now. All right, let's step inside the pipeline. This is where the real magic happens. This is where the system starts to read and understand text in a way that's, well, it's almost human. Now, to make this crystal clear, we're going to follow one simple sentence all the way through the process. So lock this one in your mind. Apple acquired a startup in California for $50 million. It's perfect. It has all the key ingredients we need to see how this works. Okay, the first huge step is something called named entity recognition, or just NER for short. Now, what's so cool about this is that it's the machine's first real act of understanding. It's not just seeing words, it's reading the sentence and pulling out the real-world concepts, the who, the what, the where, and the how much. This is really the foundation, the bedrock of a computer actually getting it. And check this out. Here's NER in action with our exact sentence. The system nails it. It correctly tags Apple as an organization, California as a location, and $50 million as a monetary value. See that? Instantly, that messy text becomes structured. It's no longer just a random string of words. But, you know, just identifying the pieces of the puzzle isn't enough. The pipeline has to understand the relationships between them. And there are a couple of ways it does this. You have relation extraction, which finds simple links, like connecting Apple to the startup it acquired. Pretty straightforward. But then you have event extraction, which goes way deeper. It reconstructs the whole story. Who did what to whom? It finds the verb, that action word that connects everything together. Of course, this isn't always a walk in the park. I mean, language is filled with tricky stuff, right? Ambiguity is a big one. Is Apple the tech giant we all know, or is it a piece of fruit? The key to solving this puzzle is context. The pipeline has to look at all the surrounding words. And by analyzing that whole sentence, a modern AI can figure out the correct meaning. That's a super complex task,
And it's right at the heart of what we call natural language understanding. Okay, so we've seen how it all works under the hood. But let's talk about the big question. Why does any of this matter? We're shifting gears now from the technical process to the real-world impact, how we turn all that structured data into actual game-changing decisions.
And believe me, the applications are, well, they're everywhere. Think about it. In finance, it's about automatically tracking market-moving news from thousands of articles. In healthcare, it could be finding critical drug interactions that are buried deep inside patient notes. In legal tech, summarizing complex court rulings in minutes. For e-commerce, it's about instantly analyzing thousands of product reviews to see what customers really think. This tech is quietly powering huge decisions across pretty much every industry you can think of. And this quote really just nails it. This isn't just some neat tech trick. The core idea here is that organizations that can actually leverage these pipelines, they gain a massive competitive edge. It's all about transforming that tech tsunami into clear insights that let you make smarter, faster, and way more informed decisions. So where is all this headed? I mean, this technology is not standing still, not by a long shot. The future of information extraction is set to be even more powerful and even more integrated into our daily lives. And that future is being powered by even smarter AI. We're talking about large language models like BERTs and GPT. You've probably heard of them. Since they're trained on huge chunks of the internet, they're making extraction more accurate and more context-aware than ever before. We're already seeing pipelines that can analyze text in real time and work across dozens of different languages. The capabilities are just exploding right now. Which it kind of leaves us with this final, really fascinating question, doesn't it? For all of human history, we've been the only ones who could read our own stories, our reports, our discoveries. But now, machines are learning to read right alongside us. So as they get better and better at understanding this vast ocean of text we've created, what new stories will they tell us? What hidden patterns and untold connections are they going to reveal?